In this example, we're going to go through and find the missing side of a right triangle by using the Pythagorean Theorem. So our steps again label A, B, and C. C is the hypotenuse, A and B are the legs. Write the Pythagorean Theorem formula, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Then we're going to substitute our known values into the formula. Then we're going to solve for the unknown, and then if needed, round to the nearest tenths. So this is example B. Page 1, example 2. Write an equation that allows you to determine the length of the unknown side of the right triangle, and then round to the nearest tenths. So our first step, we have to label the sides as A, B, and C. So to do this, we're going to find the right angle on our triangle. Here's the right angle. It's represented by the square. And the side opposite that is the hypotenuse. So that's C. The other two sides are the legs, so we're going to call them A and B. Now this is different from the previous example we did, example A. Because A had a leg being unknown, this time we have the hypotenuse being unknown. So let's move on to our next step. We're going to write the formula down for the Pythagorean Theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Next, we're going to substitute our values. We're going to substitute 4 in for A and 9 in for B. So I'm going to write 4 squared plus 9 squared equals C squared. Now we have some calculations to do. 4 squared is 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And 9 squared is 9 times 9, which is 81. So let's do those calculations. Next step, we're going to add together that 16 and 81. So let's just add those. 16 plus 81 is 97. So then let's take the square root of both sides of our equation. So I'm going to write it. The square root of 97 equals the square root of C squared. The square root of C squared is just C. To find the square root of 97, you need to type that into your calculator. So type in the square root of 97, and you get a decimal number, 9.8488578. So we have to round this. To round, what we're going to look at is the number that comes after the tenth spot. So in the tenth spot, we have an 8. After it, we have a 4. That 4 tells me to leave that 8 as an 8. So my answer is going to be C equals 9.8. So 9.8 is the length of the hypotenuse for this problem.